Hey guys, Tony and I, my partner, we're going to do just a mock conversation. I tell people that they have to be a bit of an actor or actress during these situations. You have a lot of information. You actually want to hold some of that information back as you sort of tease and work with him a little bit. This is not an attack. I know you might be angry, but those emotions you really have to put in check. This is not shaming them into rehab. This is not yelling at them into rehab. This is not ultimatums. And we escalate it a little bit. I tell people, the first no is actually very important. We want to get him kind of to a no in rehab early in the conversation. And once we get that first no, we keep on working. So I kind of look forward to the first no, we get it out of the way, and then we keep going. So if I was sitting down with Tony here, I'm going to give him a firm start and kind of give an end time. And we'll kind of go through what I would expect this conversation to look like. So, hey Tony, we've got to have an important conversation. It's going to take about an hour. Can you give me that time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it is so important. I've asked your dad to be a part of this, so it's we got to have this conversation.
Okay.
All right. Just a couple of nights ago, I was down in the basement and I found a whole bunch of Adderall. It fell out of your bag, and I knocked it off the counter and it fell out, and there was a lot of pills of Adderall in there, and I'm scared. Can you tell me what's going on with that?
What do you mean what's going on? I take Adderall, but I've taken it for a long time, and I just have what I need to get through the year.
Oh, a year of Adderall. Is that it just seemed like a lot of pills, and that's what your doctor's prescribing for you?
Why are you going through my stuff? It's just my Adderall that I used. It helps me focus for work. I've taken this for a long time. I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I take it, and that's it. What's the big deal?
It seemed like a lot of pills, and it fell out on the floor. And as the baby starts, I'm just worried about the baby.
The baby's not gonna get to. We'll put it away. We'll put it where the baby can't reach it. It's just, what's going on?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. There was that situation with the text message that I talked to you about, the $4,000 payment to JR. Can you tell me anything about that?
I told you I owed him some money for Adderall. Now you saw that I was getting Adderall for the whole year. We settled that.
Okay, I'm not a doctor, but I know for a fact that you don't buy Adderall off the street. Doctors prescribe Adderall, you get Adderall at CVS, you don't buy years supply of it. So just something here isn't making sense. And honey, if you have ADHD, let's get that treated.
It's no big deal. It's fine.
But a $4,000 payment to JR?
Oh, we spent way more than $4,000 on a lot of things around here, so I don't know what the big deal is with this money.
But I know that's not how you treat ADHD. You see a doctor, he prescribes medication, you go to CVS. Something is not right with.
You don't always have. There's different. Fine. So I did it a different way this time around. But nothing's wrong. What are we getting at? What's this all about?
Well, just something doesn't add up to me. So, I was so worried about it. I thought maybe we needed an intervention. Can you imagine that?
No, that's dramatic.
Yeah, people sitting around reading letters. I felt like there was a real problem here. So, gosh, I'm glad I didn't do that. I know that street drugs have fentanyl in it, and I'm so scared. I went and I got Narcan yesterday.
Look,
So,
honey, you don't have to be scared. Like this is fine. These pills don't have fentanyl. This is just Adderall,
well,
and it's what I used to. It helps me focus at work, and you know that work is really demanding right now. It helps. It's nothing's gonna happen. Like,
okay.
why are we taking this to an extreme?
Well, I'm concerned. I don't know about this stuff. So I don't know about this stuff. Okay, so that whole part was kind of letting him get some lies out of the way, teasing him out, letting him get his story. At this point, I did touch on rehab there. I'm going to touch on rehab again, and then we're going to step it up with. We're really going to start laying it on. We're going to let him know that he's busted. We're going to bring in Kit. Kit's going to lay on some real heavy legal language on there, and we're going to start escalating this. Babe, this does sound like rehab. Like this sounds like
rehab.
Yeah, like I don't know. Isn't that what people do when they like $4,000 in a year of Adderall? Like it seems like a problem.
I don't have a problem. I have this under control. I can control this. I don't need to go to rehab.
Okay, but it just like
rehab.
All right. So
I have work. Like, how am I going to go? Like, I can't go to rehab.
Yeah, I get that, but I think we can figure that out. Like we can figure out your schedule. I can figure out the baby. Like we can support this. Like we can do if you need rehab.
I don't need rehab. I don't like. This is fine. Look, I'll throw away the pills. Fine, I'll throw away the pills, and it's fine.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this, there's this other thing. I saw. I got a PayPal confirmation sent to me that there was a lot of money sent to Junior Rodriguez, and I was curious. It's more money than I can imagine sent to Junior Rodriguez.
What do you mean you got a PayPal confirmation? It's my PayPal. You don't get my confirmations.
Well, you left it open, and I saw.
I left it open. You went looking through my stuff?
Well, I don't think that's the issue here.
That is an issue. You went looking through my stuff.
But let's talk about what I saw on the PayPal.
Well, can we talk about you going through my stuff?
I get that, but that's not actually what we're talking about. And now Kit comes in. Son, the reality is you've been transferring money to a known drug dealer. We've looked up Junior Rodriguez. He's got a rap sheet that's very long. You are in legal jeopardy. You have crossed a line.
Look, Dad.
This is $1,500 a day. This is $98,000 that's gone to a known drug dealer. Son, you are in legal trouble.
Look, Dad, can we just talk about
Let's talk about what's going on here. Why does Junior get $1,500 a day?
He doesn't get $1,500 a day.
He's got $98,000 since February. So, son, this is important.
I can't believe you guys are ganging up on me.
Son, that's not the conversation that we're having. You have crossed a line. You have sent money to a bad guy. You have put your family safety in jeopardy.
I've not put my family in jeopardy.
This is a bad guy. This is a lie.
Look, I'll fix this. Fine. I'll fix it.
No,
there's no legal line or anything. I'll take care of this.
There's a major legal line. You have put your family in jeopardy. Tell us what's going on with this money.
I would never put my family in jeopardy. My family is family's safe.
Actually, they already are. So we need to figure out what's going on with this $1,500 a day. We need to know what's going on with this $98,000. Either you're buying drugs and using it all yourself, which clearly means you need to go to rehab, or worse, you're buying the drugs and you're selling to somebody else, which then we've got a criminal situation going on here. So we hope that this is the former. We hope that this is just a drug problem.
Oh, so now you're accusing me of being a drug dealer. Now I'm selling drugs to people?
We hope that's not the situation. Just tell us that you're consuming that much. If you're consuming that much, clearly we need to go to rehab.
I don't need to go to rehab. I can take care of this. Can we just I'm gonna be fine, right? I'll do something at home. I'll fix it. We can fix this at home.
Okay, so we're past that. I understand you don't want to go to rehab, but we're way past that. Today, the option is go to rehab. That is the only option that we have. And the reason that you're going to go to rehab is, one, to save your family, to protect your family, to get healthy.
Look, Dad,
do you understand?
Dad, you've known me my whole life. You know that whenever I get in a jam, I can fix these things.
Yeah,
this is not any different. I can fix this.
But
Dad,
this is
why, Dad? You don't need to do this. Like, we don't need to talk rehab and treatment. You know, I'm really capable of doing this. You've seen me overcome challenges before.
Absolutely, and we're here to help you. And this is the most help that we can give you. We're here to love you. We're here to support you. Your wife loves you. Your child supports you. But there's a problem. First, you have to go to rehab just for legal reasons. If the feds come in here, we have to say that you went to rehab. So you don't have a choice.
You called the feds on me?
I did not call the feds. But number one, for your legal exposure. Number two, you need to call a criminal lawyer. Number three...
How is this my life right now?
That's
what
what
is
we're
going
thinking.
on?
That's what we're thinking. How is this your child's life? How is this Stephanie's life?
Their life is fine. Their life is great.
All right, so we understand that you don't want to go to treatment, but today, to save your family, to move forward, there's only one option. So we need to start talking about entering into treatment. We need to start talking about doing that today.
Dad, why are you pushing me up against the wall like this? Like let's just start over. Like we don't need to talk about this going to rehab thing.
Okay, we do. It's a $1,500 a day habit. So we're moving past that. Right now we're going to start talking about going to rehab. So I understand where you're at, but we're moving past that, and this is a serious problem.
Did she make you do this? Did my wife just make you say this to me?
No, we're in this. This is a serious problem.
I don't have a habit. This is not like I'll pull back, but I can do this. We don't need to.
Help us understand.
Dad, come on.
Help us understand the $98,000. You can't.
So I spent a little bit more money than I should have.
But you spent it with Junior Rodriguez. So there's a huge drug problem here. $1,500 a day drug habit. There's $98,000 sent to Junior Rodriguez. There's safety. There's legal issues. There's your wife and a new baby in this house. You can't stay in this house.
What do you mean I can't stay in this house?
Not with all this going on. So we want to keep we want to keep this family together. And the only way that we can do that
is to kick me out of my house?
Is for you to go to treatment.
I cannot believe this.
Okay. So that's what's on board. We've set up Altamira. They're ready to take you today. And that's what the plan is. All right. That was kudos to Tony. Tony did a great job. Gosh, I hope he's not that aggressive. You keep going. You get that no, and you circle back around. You close the doors. If he says, I can't go because of the baby, we got childcare taken care of. If he says, I can't go because of work, we'll call your boss. We escalated it. We don't let off. We don't, when he opens the door, we close the door. So I hope that helps you guys. And of course, I'm always available here to answer any questions. Good job, Tony.